Hey, time now for a look at our full forewarned forecast. Chief Meteorologist Lana Brophy on the Good for Utah Road Tour, and she is live in San Juan County tonight. Little bit of a breeze there, huh, Lana?
Brian, for the first time in 9 years, my photographer said your hair can't go on TV. So let me tell you about that breeze. It comes through, it's got a little bit of a bite, and it's a hair wrecker. Hence the hat tonight as temperatures are dropping into the 50s in San Juan County. But you know, there's always a first for everything in TV, and here we are. All right, I want to show you what it looked like along the Wasatch Front. Copperton, really pretty skies. Chris Williams catching this video. Mix of sun and clouds, but tells the story of how it was unsettled along the Wasatch Front today. Isolated showers popping up in some locations, but overall a lot drier from where we started this work week. We will hold on to that drying trend. High temperatures today running below average as you see those 50s out there. We did make it to 70 in St. George, but spent most of the day in the 60s. A lot of upper 50s and low 60s wanting to pop up, but just didn't quite get there. Northwest flow and below average temperatures. Big weather story today. We'll start to take a few degrees back each day as we kind of keep on moving. Okay, want to show you this great time-lapse video from Park City Mountain that shows the lingering snow showers that we were catching in the high country today. Oh, it's such a pretty view because the sun comes out, the clouds move over, and then here comes a quick shower. Our mountains really benefiting from this latest storm cycle, picking up tremendous spring snow. It was a late arrival, but it came through an inch of snow water equivalent. Look at some of these totals. Final storm totals from Alta, 42 inches from when it started snowing on Saturday. Brighton getting 39 inches. Snowbird and Solitude above 30 inches. I mean, more than 3 feet in just a few days. In May. I know we'll be talking about this late season storm as we head into next year. As we look at the satellite radar, it shows just that cloud cover really throughout northern central that extended into southern Utah tonight. Those clouds on the move, keeping us in the know that moisture is, and we could see some spotty showers in parts of the state into tomorrow. Let's talk big picture. See that low pressure? Well, it's kind of meandering into central and southern Utah. It's got a counterclockwise flow around it, which means easterly downslope winds are right around the corner. It takes its time and impacts us through the remainder of the work week in the Beehive State. Now you see that high pressure on the move that wants to take over. It eventually does as we roll closer to Mother's Day weekend. That high pressure will dry us out, bring more sunshine, and really allow for those temperatures to bounce back to average. Notice how that high is in control as we get through Mother's Day weekend. But that low, bringing those downslope winds, so much so that we have new wind advisories posted. You notice them in northern Utah going into effect at 6 a.m. for the northern Wasatch Front, a portion of Cache Valley, Box Elder County, near the University of Utah. These areas will see enhanced easterly winds tomorrow throughout the day. But that's not peak wind gusts. Following that, Thursday night into Friday morning, forewarning you now about the high wind watch when the strongest winds will roll in, and we're expecting gusts up to 65 miles per hour for the northern Wasatch Front. You know the areas prone to those downslope. It's Farmington, near Park Lane, Weber Canyon, Ogden Valley, as well as places like Bountiful and Centerville. As you look at the Futurecast model, it takes you through the timing of those peak wind gusts, 35 to 45 miles per hour Thursday morning throughout the day, and then really amping things up with gusts up to 55 to 65 miles per hour heading into Friday morning. So the whipping winds will be a big talker along the Wasatch Front. If you live along the benches, make sure to secure loose items now. We know they're going to kick up for the remainder of the work week. All right, taking a look at the Futurecast, it shows that moisture stays present with a slight chance, and you see a few pop-up showers showing up as we make it into our Thursday afternoon and evening. That slight chance holds on in Friday. You can see while the low moves through, around the periphery of it is where we see those showers because we do have moisture potential that shows up yet again, favoring the higher terrain in central and southern Utah. But eyes to the skies for the remainder of the week with that slight chance of moisture. Temperatures for tomorrow getting a little warmer, back to the 60s along the Wasatch Front. That will be pleasant. 70s in St. George. On the southeastern eastern side of the state will see the 60s, so warming up nicely, warmer than what we've seen since the beginning of the week. The 7-day for Washington County showing off the warming trend, getting us to the 80s for Mother's Day weekend, and the 90s are not far behind. Winds will still be whipping. A beautiful day on deck in St. George tomorrow with the mid-70s, but you'll get some blustery conditions. Taking a check on the Wasatch Front, you're going to notice those numbers going from the 60s to the 70s. Drier condition as that high pressure takes control for Mom's Day. If you're going to be out and about, gorgeous conditions with mid-70s. But again, that slight chance will persist until the holiday, so you've got to be careful if you're going to be outdoors. 70s holds on into next week. So a lot going on in the weather world, but drying out a little bit tonight in San Juan County. Will be getting chilly as we fall into the 30s. And even if the wind still blows, I have my trusty ABC4 hat. Brian, back to you.